Baseball is back, and it's time to warm up with spring training on Space City Home Network.
Swing and a miss.
Time to get back in sync with all your favorite players and get to know the new guys, too.
What's up, Sean?
Yep, see it all come together. Astros Spring Training is on Space City Home Network. Presented by Whataburger.
Once again, we're blessed with beautiful weather downtown in Houston, Texas, as the Bruce Bolt College Classic wraps up with 3 games today, this Sunday. First, it's the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers looking for their first win this weekend against the SEC powerhouse, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's coming up next from Dyken Park. And a very pleasant good morning. I'm Gerald Sanchez along with former big leaguer Pat Combs. Baseball yet once again, and you know, every time when this tournament gets together, Pat, you just see great ball and great teams, great coaches, great programs, and this weekend has been no different.
Yeah, no different at all. And for Ole Miss, at the top of their order, a guy named Dom Decker, who is just off to a tremendous start for the Rebels. You know, he came over from Murray State, so he transferred in. Murray State beat the Rebels in the Oxford Regional last season, and his head coach for the Rebs, Mike Bianco, said, you know what, we couldn't beat the guys, let's bring him over, have him play for us. Off to a great start this season, hit 2 home runs yesterday. He is a spark at the top of that Ole Miss lineup.
Well, for Coastal Carolina, their head coach is Kevin Schnall, and Coach Schnall, with his 2nd season, last year was a season to remember for them in his debut.
Oh, tremendous year. Yeah, and certainly when you think about a first-year coach taking a program to the College World Series, and not only that, getting to the finals. Yeah, Kevin Schnall, the right guy for the job at Coastal Carolina, doing an incredible job with those guys. And look, they're off to a tough start this year. They've lost a couple of starting pitchers that are really the catalyst for their starting rotation. And it's been a struggle, but they will be back. They're going to get a couple of those arms back here in the next few weeks.
So it's Coastal Carolina and Ole Miss coming up next. After that, Texas and Ohio State. Texas looking to sweep this tournament as they are perfect so far, off to a 10-0 start. And the nightcap tonight is UTSA and Baylor. Coming up next, we'll come up with starting lineups and the first pitch here from Dyken Park as Coastal Carolina will face Ole Miss.
Home to Dyken Park.
And that ball is gone!
Aaron Smith. Christian Walker Winston and the Astros win it in a walk-off.
The best against the best.
What do you know about this baseball? Where samurai swing bats. Here, teammates become opponents. Anyone can be a superhero. And stadiums become orchestras. This is baseball, with nothing held back. Expect everything.
At Higginbotham, we put people first. So we start by listening to you. Whether you're looking for customized insurance, HR, or financial solutions to protect your home, your car, your health, your business, or your employees, our specialists are here to serve you, the people you care about, and your success. Higginbotham, insurance, HR, and financial services inspired by you.
Welcome back to Dyken Park in Houston. The Ole Miss Rebels and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Let's look at the visiting Chanticleers. First is Dean Mijos, center fielder, will lead it off, followed by Trace Mason. Running out the lineup right there with Thorndike, Mitchell, Eastep, Harlan, and Libbert is on the mound for Ole Miss.
Yeah, good look at Will Libbert getting his final warm-up pitches in to start this game. And the sophomore left-hander stands 6'1". He's out of St. Thomas, Missouri, making his third start. And off to a really good one, too. He's 10 innings so far into the season, 3.6 earned run average, only giving up 4 earned runs. Has walked 1, struck out 14. Opponents hitting .263 against him, but pounds his own with a 92-96 mile-an-hour fastball, a mid-80s cutter, and his out pitch is a plus slider. You'll see that pitch coming in the low 80s.
Ole Miss in Friday afternoon's ball game suffered their first loss of the season. It was a great back and forth game in extra innings, and Baylor ended up winning that game 6-5. Coastal Carolina, they have suffered a couple of losses. One on Friday night against Texas, and then again yesterday. So they are looking to get into the win column. So Libbert will face Mios, the center fielder. He's got the shadows right in front of home plate, so it's going to be an adjustment for the hitters as that ball is coming from sunlight into the shadows. Normally don't play games at 10 o'clock here at Dyken Park.
Yeah, right. It kind of reckons back to when some of these guys would play the select ball travel tournaments that sometimes you start games at 8 a.m. So at least the college guys are a little bit more used to it than the professionals, for sure.
Miho, center fielder. Count of 1-1.
Yeah, Coastal Carolina scored 10 runs yesterday in their loss to UTSA. Got their offense back on track. They were limited to 1 run the night before on Friday against Texas in that 8-1 loss.
You know, Texas obviously is ranked number 3, and they have won their first 2 ball games. But in this tournament, has there been anything else that has caught your eye? They're going to look at something here now.
Yeah, it was a conference there with Kevin Schnall, the head coach for Coastal Carolina. If they were,
if there was maybe
if there was catcher interference.
That's the first thing as I was thinking of, is maybe a catcher's interference.
Yeah, Mijos, after that swing, he fouled the ball off, but he immediately made a motion like, hey, I made contact with the glove. Yeah, so they are challenging the catcher's interference call. That is what Kevin Schnall is asking the review. And umpires have gone to the review booth early. We don't see it usually on the first hit of the game, second pitch in.
Yeah, right. Well, the pitch was up, and Foley, the catcher, extended his glove a little bit.
Yeah, you should be able to see that glove close a little bit if Mijos made contact. And he claims he did, but really difficult for the umpire, Ryan Broussard, to pick up, because obviously it's a foul ball. The ball goes off the glove. So he hears kind of that double tap. I can understand why it was difficult for him to pick up the catcher's interference.
Our umpiring crew today, Ryan Broussard is home plate umpire, as Pat just mentioned. Eric Gaucher over at first base, Michael Carroll at second, third base umpire Doug Williams. You really can't tell from that angle.
Yeah, the only thing you could see there is that if he hits the back of the catcher's mitt, the catcher's mitt's going to close. It looks like the catcher's mitt closes before the ball arrives. And you're not going to try to catch a ball with a closed mitt. So that's the only thing I could say that would show video proof that there was some contact made with the catcher's mitt.
Mijos coming into this tournament leading hitter for Coastal Carolina. You have him in the leadoff spot.
If we had an honest game, you could just ask the catcher, hey, did he make contact with the glove? And Austin Foley, I'm sure, would say yes, sir. But he's not going to get the benefit of this call, I don't believe. It was too hard to pick up. So Coastal, in the second pitch of the game, loses a challenge.
Now Kevin Schnall is going to come out and See if he can get an explanation. And we saw this on Friday with Mitch Thompson and Baylor.
And Mitch got tossed.
Yeah, from Doug Williams, who's now the umpire at third.
Cannot argue a review play. I think Kevin's just asking for an explanation.
Well, that's who's having the conversation, is Doug Williams.
Yeah. And again, it's same issue that we had in previous calls here this weekend. It's he may be correct. He may get the call right. And for Kevin Schnall said, yeah, there was catcher's interference there. My hitter tells me. We saw it in the video review, but the umpires are saying, well, we can't overturn it because we don't have enough evidence to do that. And
so after all of that, here's the third pitch of the ball game. It is 2-1.
Yeah, how about a 4.5 minute delay? And that's pitcher's warmed up, ready to go. The game stops for 4.5 minutes.
You know, Coastal Carolina, this is the first time that they have played in this tournament. And the teams that they have played, which Texas on Friday, yesterday UTSA, they had never faced them. And they've only faced Ole Miss once in program history. And they're 0-1 against the Rebels. Mijos has worked it to a full count.
Nothing like coming to Houston your first time out and getting to face a couple of top 25 teams.
And he challenges him with the fastball, and he struck him out.
Yeah, good ride on that fastball at 94 miles an hour from Libbert.
Libbert didn't mess around, did he?
No, got it past Mijos. Set him up with that slider beforehand, and although he missed with it, came right back with that fastball on the inside part of the plate. Mijos could not catch up with it.
It's Trace Mazan, designated hitter. Mazan comes back, this time off speed.
That's that nasty slider that we referenced just before Libbert took the mound, and it's a good one. He has really good command of that pitch, can move it in and out. Likes to start hitters out with it, and we'll come back and finish him with it.
And you remembering your plan of attack, and it would change sometimes, but first time through the lineup, maybe change it a little bit through the second time through the lineup, and so forth.
Yeah, that's always a key, changing your sequence. You know, hitters tend to remember, pretty much what happened in the last at bat. So change the sequence up, and at the same time as that fastball rides up and in on Mazan.
So Mazan is gone for out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts to open the ball game for Will Libbert. Fastball just rode up.
Yeah, tough one there at 94.
You know, we all know that the ball doesn't rise, but that had an appearance of, that pitch was riding like with that high fastball.
Yeah, the hitters will tell you it's got some ride on it. I know what the physics says, but yeah, grab a bat, step in the box, and you tell me if you don't think that fastball rises.
So here's Pato. Lagan Pato. Another fastball up. So far, I'm really impressed with Libbert.
Yeah, that's a pitch that Coastal's got to stay off of. Pato, again, seeing the previous 2 guys strike out on pitches up and in, you just have to have some plate discipline here against Libbert. He's going to keep using that fastball up if they're going to keep swinging at it.
And he strikes out the side. Breaking ball down and in. Gets all 3 Chanticleers swinging to end the top of the first.
H-Town, I've been waiting for it, you've been waiting for it, and now it's here.
They finally climbed that hill.
Catch your Rockets and Astros games for just $19.99 per month, or sign up all year for $199.99. That's $40 in savings.
Forget about it.
No cable, no satellite, no contracts. Just download the app and watch your teams.
Stream your teams direct with Space City Home Network Plus. Download today at SCHNplus.com.
Hello, everyone. Your favorite pro, Jason Alexander, here, lighting it up on the Pro Show, where we're getting to hang with our favorite sporting celebrities. We've got stories with the Rocket, Roger Clemens, golf tips with Patrick Reed. We'll hit a couple of shots out of studio, hear our favorite celebrities' top 3, and don't forget about KOB, Coach Classics, Miss Dion, and get ready to be inspired with Austin and Friends. Plenty of Figure Fives on the way. So check your local listings right here on the Space City Home Network, and we'll see y'all on the first tee.
Bottom of the first now, and Ole Miss will take their hacks. And let's look at the starting lineup. Dom Decker leading it off. Judd Utermark, Tristan Becerra. Becerra, a couple of home runs on Friday afternoon. Colin Reuter, Will Furness, Cannon Golden, Austin Foley, Braden Randall, and Aiden Federico rounds out the lineup. Scott Doran, right-hander for the Chanticleers.
Yeah, 6'4", 220-pounder, sophomore right-hander from Erdenheim, Pennsylvania. Gets his first start of the season after appearing in 3 games out of the pen. He has been stellar. He's 2-0 in 8 2/3 innings, only given up 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 13 strikeouts. So Doran has worked his way into this rotation.
And he gets a first pitch strike called, and immediately you can see the mechanics of Scott Doran.
Yeah, those were mechanics he worked hard on with pitching coach Matt Williams. Had a little bit of a flaw last season and really wanted to work hard on just making a more simple approach, more repeatable mechanics. He has certainly done that. He is out of the gate strong. Hitters only hitting 129 against him so far this season.
This is a bunt, but it's fouled. Not a bad idea, especially with the defense on that left side of the infield. There's only really one infielder, yeah.
And Dom Decker says, I know I get the ball in the ballpark. I showed that yesterday, but I'll go ahead and take the leadoff single if I can get this bunt down. Yeah, Doran with a good fastball, has some ride to it. It'll sit upper 80s, he'll touch 90, but his signature pitch is that big 12-6 curveball. You just saw it right there as he locks up Dom Decker.
Really tight breaking pitch on the outer half of the plate, and that is out number 1. So the starting pitcher, Will Libbert for Ole Miss, striking out the side. And now Coastal Carolina's Scott Doran begins his day getting a strikeout looking of Dom Decker.
Well, safe to say after 4 hitters all striking out that maybe the lineups haven't quite woken up yet.
Or it's could be that difficulty of picking up that baseball from sunlight and shadows, as I mentioned at the very beginning of the broadcast, or a combination of both.
I bet it is. Yeah, it's tough. The hitter standing right in the middle of that shadow, and ball coming out of the sunlight. A little bit more of a challenge for the hitters.
Now it's 0-2. So Scott Doran coming in and pumping strikes, and he's being aggressive in the strike zone too.
Well, we like to see that on a Sunday morning.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Try to keep these games on tap today at their preferred times.
So skied into center field, and coming on to make the running catch is Mijos. One of the things we talk about with hitters and pitchers, shadows and sunlight, but the fielders in the outfield, especially at this time of the day, it's a little difficult with that sun.
Yeah, I mean, most of these teams will tell you they're not used to playing these games this early in the day, and definitely battling some sunlight, but a great job by Mijos in center field. Picked it up quick and tracked that fly ball down.
Mijos had the sunglasses down. Tristan Becerra. Becerra in the number 3 spot. 439. Including 5 home runs. 2 of them which he hit on Friday.
He's off to a tremendous start. Well, gives a big thumper right there in the middle of this Ole Miss lineup, and Doran overthrowing that fastball.
And when you're locked in as a hitter, and you know, and everything looks like it's just a big softball or beach ball coming up there, it's like you can hit anything.
He is locked in. Transfer from Clemson.
So over to the right side, this is going to be a foul ball.
Off his foot, yeah.
Aaron Gaucher, first base umpire.
That may have caught the part of his leg.
Now it's a full count.
That curveball has some snap on it. One of those late breaking pitches, really tight spin.
Scott Doran challenging him, and instead of, looks like he just missed getting that pitch, and that is going to be the 3rd out of the inning as he pops up. So both pitchers tire the side in order, and we're through 1.
My important advice is cross-training. I think especially in young athletes, we over-specialize. I tell them to cross-train, make sure they're having fun doing their sport. It shouldn't feel like a job, especially as they're young. Enjoy it, work hard, learn the life lessons from the sports, and then you know, make sure you take time off. I think rest is the forgotten recipe as part of sports and athletics.
There's a fire here. A drive to learn more, to be more, to reach for more. Boldly, we innovate with research that makes an impact on our world. Boldly, we excel, turning challenges into triumphs. Boldly, we believe in ourselves and in each other. Coastal Carolina University. Boldly, we reach.
Astros single game tickets for the first half of the 2026 season are on sale now. Get tickets for marquee matchups including against the Yankees, Dodgers, Rangers, and more. Visit astros.com/SGT to secure your Astros tickets today. Top of the 2nd. As Chanticleers come up and take their hacks against Will Libbert, the left-hander.
Yeah, I'd say a pretty selfish start in the first inning for Libbert. Didn't allow his fielders to even get involved in the game. 3 straight strikeouts, and Coastal trying to figure out how to put the bat on the ball.
It's a way to set a tone, right?
Oh, man.
And, you know, we talked about the mechanics of Scott Doran, starting pitcher for Coastal Carolina, but look at the way that Libbert delivers the ball. He has that little curve with his wrist, with his pitching hand. How he holds that ball back.
That kind of hides it really well behind that leg.
1 away.
Go provided some action for his infield. Only a ball put in play. Barthol with some weak contact. First Coastal player to at least get one in the field.
We talked about this on Friday about when pitchers hide the ball. As Jordan Taylor come up to the plate Explain really what that means, hide the ball.
Yeah. Well, it's just really when the ball comes out of the glove, you know, what does the hitter see? When does he see it? And you can see here with Libbert, when that ball comes from behind him, he hides that ball behind his leg. And he's got a quick snap up to the release point. And it makes it more difficult for the hitter to pick up the pitch off his hand.
Because as a hitter, you obviously look at the ball when it comes out of the pitcher's hand. You're following that. I mean, you try to pick it up when it comes out of the hand. When it is late, or of course, quote unquote, late coming out of the hand, that's just all more difficult. As that is out number 2. Good play at second base by Decker.
Yeah, we call it quick to the slot. You know, he's quick with his hand. His throwing arm gets up to his slot really quickly. Sometimes you have pitchers have that long arm arc, and you can sometimes pick up the ball better as you see that ball coming from that high release point. But with Libbert, it's just a quick get to the slot type of a release.
Colby Thorndike, the hitter. Libbert has retired all 5 he has faced so far. Chanticleers are coming up empty on a lot of these cuts.
Has a lot to do with the way Libbert's throwing it. He had 93, 94 on the gun, and just that nasty, sharp slider.
There it is right there. Top of the zone. A strike called. Thorndike, first baseman, down the count. Libbert, who lines up on that third base side of the rubber. One and two. Ole Miss, we mentioned Coastal Carolina. This is the first time that they have played in the College Classic in Houston. This is the second time for Ole Miss, as they came here in 2017. Another 1-2-3 for Will Libbert. He's perfect so far through the first 2.
"32 of living. I still have yet to try the coveted butter tortilla. So, I mean, have I really lived? Days pass by, filled with orange-brown goo. Not another airplane. One day, I will taste what is meant to be mine. Really? No, 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 no! Another plan thwarted. Wait, those tortillas are getting torn far too thin for adult consumption. Could this mean... Yes!
Every shot's lively, every shot means something. You know, really kind of got an energy that's different than a lot of the rest of the course.
There's so many people here, so it's a little bit more than a golf clap.
Well, you're right on top of the action, and it's gotten pretty loud coming through already.
It's nice to see how the professionals play the same holes that we've played. Truly a great experience. It's easily the best hole on the course.
Hey kids, want to be a part of something big? Join the Astros Buddies Club, presented by HEB, the official kids club of the Houston Astros. Members 12 and under get 4 tickets to select Astros games, plus awesome gear, a drawstring bag, a widget hat, socks, shoe charms, and a cool lanyard. You'll also have chances to be a part of exclusive experiences like autograph sessions, clinics, parades, and more. All this for just $45. Sign up at astros.com/buddies and become part of the team today.
Scoreless bottom of the second inning, and Ole Miss under the leadership of Mike Bianco. He's been around for a while.
Yeah, about 26th year here at Ole Miss, and one of the longest active coaches at the same school in all of Division I baseball, and he has done it for a long time and done it well. College World Series championship in 22 and 19 postseasons in his 26 years. Made it to 8 supers, a couple of College World Series appearances. He is second active wins for a coach in the SEC.
Very impressive resume. Colin Reuter coming up to the plate.
Bianco's got a great support staff as well. Mike Clement, his 12th year. Carl Lafferty, 20th year as a recruiting coordinator. His 15 top 25 classes, and then A couple of seasons ago, Mike Bianco, the head coach, said, hey, I need a pitching coach to come in here and handle the day-to-day for me. And he brought in Joel Mangrum. Mangrum has been a great addition to the staff in his second season. Spent some time with the Cleveland Guardians, spent 6 years there, and came back to the college ranks. Had 8 pitchers drafted last season, tied for the most in the nation.
Remember broadcasting some games from Oxford before, and the fan base there, they are a loyal Rabbit fan base. It's a great culture that Mike Bianco has established. This is his 26th season, head coach at Ole Miss.
I love talking to him during the week, and so we've got these core covenants. He calls them the Rebel players. It's the acronym REBS, stands for relentless, excellence, belief, and selfless. And that's how he picks his leadership crew, based on the guys who really show that type of culture.
Doran loses Reuter. It's a leadoff walk. Start the bottom of the second inning. Now brings up to the plate Will Furnace. Doran will go from the stretch. Had a perfect 1-2-3 in that first inning. Mentioned Furnace Friday from Nacogdoches. There's 4 players on the Rebels roster from the state of Texas. Second most behind the state of Georgia, 5.
Good homecoming for Furnace, and Braden Randall, who's also in the lineup, playing shortstop for the Rebs. Furnace, really a veteran stabilizer, kind of the big guy in the middle of this lineup. 4-year player here at Ole Miss, and knows the zone, doesn't get sped up. He's a big moment type hitter.
It's this one into left. It's going to be shy of the track. Taylor makes the play out in left field. Jordan Taylor. If you've never pitched in this ballpark before, and the ball gets up in the air, and sometimes you got to hold your breath when the ball gets to left field because of the short wall, the short distance.
If you're a pitcher, every time that ball goes to left field, you're just praying it stays in the yard. Only 315 down the left field line. And of course, you got the height on that wall. I'm guessing, Gerald, maybe 15, 20 feet. But yeah, we've seen pop-ups just kind of drift out of this ballpark and get that beautiful scoreboard area, but it's not so kind to pitchers.
I believe 20 is the height on that wall. Fenway, it's 30.
The monster.
Unable to come up with the ball is the shortstop, Harlan. I think Harlan was thinking to see if he could get 2 on that.
Yeah, there was no chance on getting 2. I really think he just kind of rushed the play a bit. Yeah, the ball kind of crawled up his glove, hit looked like the heel of his glove.
Going to rule that infield single.
Oh, wow. He had a shot to get Golden at first base had he come up clean with it.
So that is a hit. Golden. Reuter now is at second base. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Foley. First pitch he sees is a strike. Austin Foley, catcher.
Big man behind the dish, and he is, again, one of those power bats for Ole Miss.
This one is going to stay in the yard. Mijos gets it back into the infield, and tacking and going to third is Reuter. Saw that at least on Friday. Ole Miss aggressive on the base paths, going from first to third, tagging up, taking the extra 90 feet.
They've got some decent team speed, but this lineup is really built for power, and You see that in the middle 5, middle 3, 4, 5 guys. I mean, every one of those guys can launch. Braden Randall gives you some speed.
Randall, the shortstop, goes after the first pitch. And this is going to be out number 3 as Cato makes the play out to right. So Scott Doran allows a couple of runners on, but he strands them. And we're scoreless through 2.
26 is already heating up, and we're giving you the ultimate head start. Get guaranteed access to the 2026 World Baseball Classic. Secure the best seat locations in Daikin Park. Enjoy 45% savings over single-game ticket prices. Plus, receive significant savings with your exclusive team store discount. And don't forget about your exclusive invite to season ticket holder experiences and events. Visit astros.com/season tickets for more information.
It's back. Yep, baseball is back. And it's time to warm up with spring training on Space City Home Network. Time to get back in sync with all your favorite players and get to know the new guys too.
What's up, Sean?
Yep, see it all come together. Astros Spring Training is on Space City Home Network. Presented by Whataburger.
Hey, H-Town, I've been waiting for it, you've been waiting for it, and now it's here.
They finally climbed that hill!
Catch your Rockets and Astros games for just $19.99 per month, or sign up all year for $199.99. That's $40 in savings.
Forget about it!
No cable, no satellite, no contracts. Just download the app and watch your teams.
Stream your teams direct with Space City Home Network Plus. Download today at SCHNplus.com.
Back here at Daikin Park in Houston, in Bruce Bolt College Classic. Gerald Sanchez along with Pat Combs, and we're joined with Bear Mayer, the CEO of Bruce Bolt, and the sponsor this year. This is the first year that Bruce Bolt is the sponsor of the College Classic, and this has been a good tournament.
It's been incredible. It's been a lot of good baseball. There has not been a dull inning.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Bear, was this, tell us how you got involved in this tournament. How did this come to be?
Yeah, it was really exciting. Astro Foundation reached out to us. We had met previously because we had partnered with Whataburger here, and we launched a Whataburger glove. We did it here in Houston. Really cool event, and through that, we kept ties and everything. We also had done an RBI event way before, back in 2021. But
yep.
We had all kept in touch, and through that, we were able to, they reached out to us. They're like, hey, we don't have a title sponsor for this. Would y'all be interested? And from there, the conversation started rolling, and our team did a phenomenal job of working with the Astros and the Astro Foundation and getting this whole thing set up. And it's been absolutely incredible. It's beyond our wildest dreams, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Well, I saw the setup last night, went down and visited with you, man. That's a beautiful setup you guys have. And it was packed, man. You guys had kids in line. It was a great scene down there for you. Tell us how it's been just interacting with the fans here this weekend.
It's been incredible. I mean, one thing that we've always talked about and that we'll never take for granted is, yeah, this incredible brand that we built, and in 2020 it caught a little fire, and we started to grow really fast. But you can't have that growth without I'll say the fans and the customers, but we really consider them family more than anything at this point. Just because without them, we've got this great team, we've built this great product, but you can't do anything without those guys.
Bear, and I was very interested when I was reading about this, well, first of all, what is Bruce Bolt and the genesis of it and how it all came to be?
Yeah, so I started it when I was 16 years old. I had just gotten my first truck, and I needed to make some money to pay for gas, and I couldn't get a job, so I went and I saw a problem with batting gloves. I wanted to see more of a better batting glove on the market, and so I went out and I wanted to find the better materials, better design, better craftsmanship all the way around, and that's what I went and did. And I started researching what's the best materials in the world, best leather, and I found Cabretta leather, and it's actually the same leather used in golf gloves. Our golf gloves use it, basically every golf club uses it. But yeah, and then I went into the design and the craftsmanship of it, and just actually making a glove that fit like a glove.
Yeah, and it's got a better feel. Like the ball players tell you, they like the feel of that glove, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Feedback on it's always been incredible, and it's just, they're all like, it fits like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
He's got the shin guard right there, as we saw.
Yeah, we started working on protective gear. I think we're 2 years into that now. Always upgrading that as well.
So it just started out as gloves, and then of course you got into the golf market too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was we jumped into that really last year. We had golf gloves before. My dad and I started golfing quite a bit once I graduated high school and was done with my baseball career. So we figured, hey, we've got a batting glove company. Why can't we make a golf glove too? And yeah, so we created a golf glove at first, but then people started to really buy into that golf glove. And we're like, wait, we can't put this one out to the market. We need to make something better. And so we really dug into, the same way we did the batting glove, we went and dug into, you know, what's the best fit, what's the best feel. We actually worked with Sergio Garcia on building out the glove. He's been a huge help. He loves the brand. He's very supportive. He comes over to the office all the time.
Oh, that's great.
Helps out with stuff. But yeah, it's just been, same thing I've said the whole time. It's been a really, really fun experience, and getting to build this with, you know, people that you never thought you would.
Well, Barry, you've promised that if I wear your golf glove, it's going to make my golf game better. So I'm hitting you up for that pair of golf gloves, and so I can't wait to put them on, man. You know, you talk about, you know, how these batting gloves would tear apart. You know, I had 3 boys that played baseball all the way through college, and you're exactly right. You know, needs to be a better glove, and you're telling me that your gloves last longer, they feel better. Same thing with golf. Like I feel like after 2 rounds of golf, I'm tearing my golf glove. So what makes yours different?
What makes ours different is, one, just I'd say just the craftsmanship and the design is just all around. I think it's better than anything out on the market. But truthfully, I'd say our leather, for whatever reason, the part of the world that it's coming from, and just something, there's something different about it. And for whatever reason, it just lasts longer and it feels better. Like, I had a buddy who actually came down for the tournament. He lives up in Tennessee, but he gave a great testimonial on it, and he's like, I've had this same pair since you released them.
Wow.
Because I sent him a pair when we released them. He's like, I've had this same pair. He showed me a picture of them. He's like, there's barely any wear on them. I heard a testimonial from someone who came to visit us last night at the little party we had in the Gallagher Club.
Yep.
And just huge testimonials on it. And so there's been a lot of buy-in on the golf side, and it's extremely exciting to see. Like, I've tested them, and they work for me. I'm also not a great golfer. But,
so they get used a lot.
Yes, sir. But the testimonials on it have been great, and so I am able to sit here and say that these golf gloves are lasting a lot longer than others.
We are visiting with Bear Mayer, the CEO and founder of Bruce Bolt, the Bruce Bolt College Classic, and I was reading about it too, and I thought that how you came about the name of Bruce Bolt was very interesting.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's almost always the first or second question I get asked when people come up to me. But Grandpa's name is Bruce. That's a good knock.
Yeah.
Grandpa's name is Bruce. My dad's name is Bruce, and my middle name's Bruce. My grandpa's been a huge part of my life, huge inspiration to me. Just love him to death, and so I wanted to make sure he was included in this, and Bruce was the perfect way to have all 3 of us included. And then awesome part for the name, not so awesome for him. He's been struck by lightning twice, my grandfather. So he's taken 2 lightning strikes, but he's still alive. He still shows up to the office.
Amazing.
Still has a good time with us.
Now, has he learned now to get out of the rain and you know, go to a safe place when the thunderstorm rolls through?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So the first one he was actually in a safe place for. He just put his hand in the wrong place.
Oh man.
But yeah, so he's learned his lesson there, and he's whenever it starts raining, he's indoors.
There you go. And earned the name, you know, Bruce Bolt, and yeah, great story, man. That's something I know every baseball fan has to enjoy, just hearing, first of all, how you created the company, and then honoring your family with the name. Really cool.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
Well, what do they say that the invention of what mother is the necessity of invention, or when you need something, you come up with something and you create it. That's definitely what you did. You needed something because you weren't happy with what the gloves that were out there.
Yes, sir. That's exactly it. I just I saw an opportunity to just create a better batting glove and create a better product. And honestly, when I first started, I didn't think it was going to go anywhere. It was more of a project for myself and my dad to work on, me to learn how to be an entrepreneur, and we didn't see this going anywhere. And it just so happened that in 2020, Whistle Media did the video on us. Didn't think anything was going to come of that, but it released in February 6th of 2020.
Just went viral, huh?
It just went viral, and people bought in, and we're extremely blessed to be able to say that, you know, we are where we are, and we're getting to do something as cool as this.
Necessity is the mother of invention. That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just going down to the booth last night, seeing all the color schemes you have and all the kids. I mean, it's just amazing. You guys have built a product that the youth player loves and enjoys, because you can't not have a team color that you couldn't match up with your glove, which is really neat to see. But then talk about also the pro players using your equipment, because I know you've got quite a few guys now that have showed it off in the big leagues.
Yes, sir. So I'd say one of our biggest signings that we've had recently is Fernando Tatis Jr. I think I can say this one now. We're bringing on Pete Crow Armstrong.
Nice.
So that's a huge pickup.
Yeah.
We got Harrison Bader was our first guy, Brandon Nimmo, Ian Happ, and then a whole bunch of other names around the league. I can name them all, but it's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them now,
We had about 40. We had about 40 guys get plate appearances last year, which was, I mean, when we had one guy, I was shocked. And it's to the point where sometimes I see a guy on TV, and we have such an extensive team. We have a great sports marketing side who goes and signs these guys, but I'll see a guy on TV, and I was like, I did not know he wore our gloves.
Wow, how cool is that?
Wow, yeah, it's a really cool experience to see a guy that, you know, you had no idea, and he's just rocking a Bolt.
Yeah, well,
rocking a Bolt.
I would imagine that those guys talk. You know, there's like, hey, well, you know, this is, I use this, and they really like it.
Absolutely. There's definitely locker room discussion about the batting gloves that, you know, I hear it from guys all the time. Like, oh, so and so walked up to me in the clubhouse. They're like, hey, do you like those gloves? How have they been for you? And all of our players love the brand. We love them. You know, I keep in touch with a lot of them. So always good testimonials in the clubhouse, which is awesome. You know, it's definitely good to make sure you've got guys who appreciate the brand and love what they're wearing.
That's awesome. Well, you've brought it all together, Barry. You've got, like you talked about, I asked you about, you know, what are you most proud of the other night? You said it's really my family. It's a family business, and you've brought a lot of friends into it as well. And then just thinking about you create a product that not only looks great, but it wears well, and that's so meaningful, especially as a parent of former baseball players, right? Like, I can't tell you how many batting gloves we bought for those guys over the course of their lifetime, but yeah, we spent quite a bit of money. So yeah, I'm glad you're here, glad you're doing what you're doing, and what a great service.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's a dream come true. I get to stay in baseball because of this.
There you go.
Which is awesome, and yeah, the family that we've built at the company is incredible, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. So I'm glad that we get to do this, and I'm glad to be a part of this. I'm glad to meet you guys and just be a part of baseball.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and I really like the fact that, well, you know, you're an Ohio State guy, and Ohio State is in this tournament.
That was a stroke of luck. That was really awesome when I saw they were in this, because I believe we started conversations before the teams were announced, like right before they were announced, and then I saw Ohio State was in. I was like, this is perfect.
It's kind of like it's meant to be, you know.
Yep.
Exactly.
Well, and I'm a financial advisor, so I just want to be your financial advisor. How about that?
Yeah, well, we can talk about it.
Great stuff, Bear. Thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Mayor Mayer, the founder and CEO of Bruce Bolt. We'll be back with the bottom of the third.
My important advice is cross-training. I think, especially in young athletes, we over-specialize. I tell them to cross-train, make sure they're having fun doing their sport. It shouldn't feel like a job, especially as they're young. Enjoy it, work hard, learn the life lessons from the sports, and then, you know, make sure you take time off. I think rest is the forgotten recipe as part of sports and athletics.
Hotty toddy is our cheer, but what does it mean? It's, hey, nice to meet you, or good to see you, old friend. We say it to celebrate, to congratulate, and yeah, to brag a little. Hotty toddy is your first day on campus. It's fall Saturdays under old oaks and spring Friday nights under showers of fireworks. It's opportunity, growth, knowledge. It's discovering who you're meant to be in a place that will always be home, no matter how far you go. Hotty toddy, y'all.
Dean Mios getting an RBI single in the top of the inning, giving Coastal Carolina a 1-run lead.
Yeah, this is how the rally ended, though, with a strike him out, throw him out. Libert gets Maison swinging, and how about this bullet throw from Foley to second baseman Dom Decker? He puts the tag on Cruz Harlan, trying to steal. Is it coming from first base? Looked like they were trying to set that double steal up, but strike him out, throw him out, gets Ole Miss out of the inning.
Scott Doran, starting pitcher. They'll face the number 9 hitter, Hayden Federico. I want to say thank you again to Bear Mayer for coming on up and spending some time with us here in the broadcast booth. The founder and the CEO of Bruce Bolt. It's just, his story was amazing. I really loved hearing it.
Yeah, it's a great story, and you think about a young entrepreneur at age 17, starts his own company, has his vision. His dad, his granddad get behind him, and I'm sure had to come up with a little bit of capital to get that business off the ground. And now look at it today. It's one of the incredible success stories of our country right now.
Guys all around baseball are using Bruce Bolt. Doran, that's a base hit. Federico, number 9 hitter, starts off the bottom of the third for Ole Miss. Opposite field base hit.
Hey, nice job by Federico, just going with that pitch. A fastball away from Doran, and Federico just goes with it, punches it into left field. That'll be the second base hit for Ole Miss.
So, top of the order, Dom Decker, second time to the lineup for Doran.
You know, you see the back of that Bruce Bolt batting glove has got the lightning bolt. Kind of brings back, you know, memories of, what was the old Robert Redford movie, the Natural?
Oh, yeah.
That would have been a perfect batting glove for the Natural, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's 0-2. See Bruce Bolt.
Born by the best, made for what's next. Good tagline.
Doran had a perfect 1-2-3 in the first. Stranded a couple of Ole Miss Rebels in the second. Had runners on the corners. Wiggled out of the jam.
And snap move to first base. Well, both pitchers have been pounding the strike zone. Doran, 33 pitches coming into this inning, 22 of those for strikes.
And that was close.
That was real close.
Yeah, Federico had to take a deep breath.
It's a quick turn off the mound. Yeah,
very good move by Doran.
Yeah, quick turn. Yeah, Federico wasn't exactly leaning to second base, but that hand just snuck in before the tag by Colby Thorndike.
Federico, I think you can read lips. Chanticleers getting a run in the top of this inning. Ole Miss trying to answer.
Yeah, that's the first lead that Coastal's had all weekend. See if Doran and his defense can protect it. Shift on for Coastal. They've got their infield pulled over to the right side as Decker launches the ball to right.
And it's going to be out of here. Decker, another home run. And it gives Ole Miss the lead.
Well, I had to say it. Coastal's first lead of the weekend quickly evaporates with the home run off the bat of Dom Decker. And boy, is that guy swinging a hot bat. Third home run in 2 days. That one a no-doubter into the right field bleacher seats here at Dyken Park. He catches a hanging slider just out over the middle of the plate, and he puts the barrel on it and just smashes it out of the park.
His 4th home run this season. He's hit 3 of them in the last couple of days. Utermark, third baseman. Now Doran's got to put that behind him and just go after the hitters. This is going to be the first out of the inning. They talk about bottom part of the lineup and being so important, getting on base, getting it over to your top part. And that's what Ole Miss did here with Federico, the number 9 hitter, getting on base, and then the home run by Decker.
Well, head coach Mike Bianco not afraid to play small ball at times, but you know, Federico gets the leadoff single, and Dom Decker, the leadoff hitter for the Rebs, comes up, and you might be thinking, is he going to put the bunt on here? And no, not with that guy. Not the way he's swinging the bat. Just go ahead and hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Line to right. Good swings in this 3rd inning for Ole Miss as Tristan Becerra gets the base hit.
Yeah, the difference now for Scott Doran is he's making some pitches that are just mistakes out over the middle of the plate and elevated. First time around, he was really spotting that fastball up, keeping it down in the zone, using that slider to get ahead. He's made a couple of mistakes out over the plate. Ole Miss has not missed them.
No swing. Colin Reuter. You talked about Ole Miss getting a lead for the first time in this tournament. Scott Doran wants to keep the damage to a minimum. Nice tight breaking pitch. Reuter walked his first time. That was to lead off the 2nd inning. Stay on the count. Another breaking pitch there from Doran. Getting the hitter Reuter to chase after a pitch down and away. Got just a piece of it.
Well, Reuter off to a tremendous start this season. Comes into this game batting .500. Senior leader that transferred from BYU, and big piece of this offense. He is clubbing the baseball early this season.
That's a good pitch there by Doran. Gets him to pop up. Harlan making the play. Now it's Will Furness with 2 outs. A leadoff single by Hayden Federico. A 2-run home run from Dom Decker. And this bottom of the 3rd has given Ole Miss the 1-run lead. So Decker, by the way, that on yesterday became the 3rd player already this season for Ole Miss to have 2 home runs in 1 ball game. Judd Utermark had 1. Tristan Becerra on Friday, and then Decker yesterday. We talked about this as well is that Ole Miss had all these power guys coming back into their lineup this year. They had 3 players with at least 20 home runs returning, most in the country.
Well, that's what that roster's built for. When you see the field in Oxnard, that was really close pickoff.
Another close move is Doran has shown that he has a good move, and Becerra getting back in there.
Trying to do that swim move back to the base. The throw definitely beat him. But when you see that field, that home field for Ole Miss, it is a hitter's ballpark. It's a bit of a bandbox, and this is the lineup built for that field. Oh yeah, might have been out.
Very, very close.
Yeah, I'm surprised Coastal didn't challenge that, but they have already lost 1 challenge, so being a little bit overly conservative.
Furness on a pitch, but he fouls it straight back.
And that tag by Thorndike looked like it hit the helmet of Becerra before that hand was able to get back to the bag.
We talked about Hunter Elliott, starting pitcher for Ole Miss, on Friday, and how he neutralizes the game as a left-hander. Well, Scott Doran, you don't normally get a guy that can neutralize the running game as a right-hander, but he has a very good move.
Yeah, quick feet, snap throw. It's exactly what you want to see from a right-handed pitcher, just taking that ball out of the glove, almost like a catcher throw, not having a long arm arc, and that is a really good move.
Furness just gets a piece to stay alive.
Yeah, Doran's not especially quick to the plate, does have that high leg kick. He's about 1.5 to the plate, which puts a little bit more pressure on your catcher, but if you have that type of move, it can shorten leads.
I talked about also about how so many left-handers with good moves over the years. Not a lot of right-handers that come to mind. That's in for strike 3. Furness got with the bat on his shoulder. However, Ole Miss gets the lead on the 2-run home run from Dom Decker.
Hi, Alice. I'm here for
Your new prescription? Your refill. Indigestion again. Aisle 3. Joint support. Aisle 6. Uh-oh. Aisle 5. Vitamin C. Aisle 7. Let me call your doctor. Your insurance. Your grandkids are growing like weeds. Snacks are on aisle 9.
Go ahead. See you next time, Alice.
I'll see ya.
A fuller life deserves fuller care. That's the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Vacationing is an art, and the Palm Beaches are your canvas. Stroll along sun-soaked beaches. Unwind at boutique resorts. Explore hidden and not so hidden gems. Here you'll discover a lifestyle that's nothing short of a masterpiece. Curate your perfect collection of experiences in the Palm Beaches.
It's the 4th inning. Game number 7 of 9 this weekend. Astros season tickets, partial plans, mini plans, and flex plans are now available for the 2026 season. Choose the plan that best fits your schedule and create your own team. More at astros.com/tickets. First pitch. That's in for a strike. Pato.
Well, Will Lippert has delivered 40 pitches so far, 26 of those for strikes. It's a 64% strike ratio, and he looked almost untouchable the first couple of innings. At one point had 16 strikes, 8 swing and misses. So 50% whiff rate until last inning.
Federico, I think he's backpedaling a little bit more than he anticipated.
That ball carried well. I think Pato hit it well, but yeah, he just kept on going until he got midway into that warning track.
And that is when this ballpark first opened, and for many, many years, that was a spot where fly balls went to go die out in center field.
Yeah.
They brought in the fences in 2017.
They had a Tal's Hill, which ran up, if you can imagine this, ran up where the batter's eye currently is. There was actual hill in center field. Then they had the flag poles out there beyond that, and then the wall. So it was like, what was it, 430, I think? At the
436.
436.
Straightaway center field. The flag poles were in play too, remember?
That's right. Yep. It's Death Valley in center field.
You know, that was 10 years ago when Tal's Hill was out there last, 2016. I just can't imagine it in today's game.
Yeah. It became a safety risk, as you can imagine. You know, center fielders trying to run up that hill. And we did see some guys catch balls on that hill. But yeah, you're going from flat ground going uphill at full speed usually, and yeah, not a good combination for player safety.
Carlos Beltran, one of those, made a catch running up that hill. So did Lance Berkman.
The big Puma. I need to see that replay.
It's against the Pirates, I remember.
And you've got that baseball memory bank, Gerald. It's pretty incredible. you pull stuff out of your head. I'm like, what in the world?
Swung on and missed. And Lippert, after surrendering a run in the last inning, has retired the first 2 he has seen in his 4th.
Well, back to the dominance he had in the first couple of innings, and they got touched up last inning. The leadoff single for Mitchell. And then the Mijos RBI single. Got Coastal on the board.
Jordan Taylor. Lippert. And that's going to be a quick 1-2-3 for Will Lippert as Taylor pops up. And we're in the middle of the 4th. 1-run lead for the Rebels.
Home to Dyken Park.
And that ball is gone! Aaron Smith. And the Astros win it in a walk-off.
The excitement, the emotion, the passion, epic highlights, inspirational stories, unrivaled coverage. This is H-Town High School Sports with Todd Freed.
See it all right here on Space City Home Network.
This week on Rockets All Access, Jabari Smith Jr. reflects on his recent stellar performance.
I feel like my energy's been consistent. Like I always say, if I play hard, the all-around game usually comes around for me.
And that's an incredible block shot by Jabari Smith Jr.
We see why defenses can't leave Tari Eason open for even a second.
Tari Eason doesn't need much this season. Gets his shot off, straight line. The shot goes in. Excellent basketball.
Rockets All Access, presented by Memorial Hermann. Only on Space City Home Network.
Fans enjoying themselves on this beautiful Sunday morning. As we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, Coastal Carolina and Ole Miss. Scott Doran, right-hander. And in case you're just wondering what I saw when I saw the last name Doran, is he related to Bill Doran? I haven't found any evidence yet. Bill Doran from Cincinnati, Ohio, and Scott Doran from Erdenheim, Pennsylvania. So,
that's close.
It's close,
yeah.
but
cousin somewhere down the line. But Bill Doran, of course, great second baseman for the Astros back in the, I guess this time period was like 70s, 80s, early 80s.
82 to 90.
Yeah. I knew you'd know that.
And of course, Craig Biggio took over at second base after.
That's right. Yeah, hard to believe at one time Bidge came in as a catcher, right? Then they converted him.
He made the All-Star team in '91 as a catcher. And he's the only catcher to have a catcher's interference called against him in an All-Star game.
Wow.
It's Golden strikes out swinging.
See, that's the kind of stuff that you just pull out of your head. It's like, yeah.
It was the '91 All-Star game in Toronto, and Bidge came on and was a substitute. Ended up getting a catcher's interference against him.
Yeah, I'd really credit you if you knew the hitter.
Can't remember the hitter.
Finally got one on you. That doesn't happen very often.
It's Foley, the catcher.
Doran locked back in, and both pitchers feature that tight slider. They've used it effectively to get ahead of hitters. You can oftentimes pitch backward or just stick with that same pitch as Doran does right there.
Foley 0 for 1. He flew out to the center fielder, Mijos. Nice tight breaking pitch from Scott Doran.
That time goes front door, catches an inside corner. That is such a hard pitch for a hitter to commit to.
At the top of the zone, and Estep, the catcher, tried to frame that.
And 91 just above the hands, and you get your secondary pitches over. That makes that 91 fastball just look harder. 91 can play to 93, 94 from a hitter standpoint just because you're so effective with changing speeds and locating.
You know, the appearance that it's moving faster than it really is.
Yeah.
Well, the shadows have long gone. It's now sunlight. At the start of this game, it was shadows in between home plate and the mound. It's Foley. He's out number 2 in the inning.
Yeah, much easier for the hitters to pick up a pitch, not going from sunlight into a shadow. And the third inning was the magical inning for runs. A couple for the Rebels and one for the Chanticleers. The fourth inning has settled down a bit.
In short right field, Barthel making the play. Scott Doran retires the side in order as Ole Miss turned away in the bottom of the fourth.
Space that adapts. Clarity that keeps you focused. And style that grabs hold. Welcome to the Genesis GV80. Get 2.99% APR on the Genesis GV80. Exclusively at your Houston area Genesis retailers.
That's baseball, where samurai swing bats. Here, teammates become opponents. Anyone can be a superhero. And stadiums become orchestras. This is baseball, with nothing held back. Expect everything.
Well, you see out there in center field, that's where Towles Hill used to be here at Dyken Park many, many years ago.
Oh, here you go.
And look at there. Big Puma making the play.
How about that? What a job by the crew to find that clip. Lance Berkman. Yeah, he was not the most fleetest of foot, but
I think that's what made it all the more humorous, is that of all people, it's Lance Berkman, the big Puma out there.
Oh my goodness, what a clip. I've known Lance for years and still stay in touch with him, and it's what a moment. Yeah, think about having a hill in center field. You just saw that, racing up the hill to make a catch in a big league ball game. Now replaced by that beautiful Houston Astros logo and batter's eye out in center field. But yeah, what a clip. That was probably had to be like in the late 90s?
2006, I think.
2006, yeah. Of course, Lance Berkman, huge local star that played at Rice University.
Yeah.
All-American Rice Owl.
Played for head coach Wayne Graham. He was at the beginning of that resurgence of the program.
Yeah.
97.
That's exactly right. That class with Lance Berkman and Damon Thames.
Jose Cruz Jr.
Jose Cruz Jr. was later on. Yep, came a couple years later. Yeah, they put Rice baseball on the map.
Well, you're taking me down memory lane, Pat. Wow.
Well, I spent my first year collegiately at Rice. It was back in '86.
That's right.
Transferred to Baylor. Played there '87, '88. But I played for head coach David Hall. Lance Brown was the pitching coach that season, and then Lance left at the end of the year, took the TCU head coaching job, and almost followed Lance to TCU, but ended up going to Baylor. But, yeah, I was the team chaplain for the Rice Owls during the Lance Berkman days, and that was a lot of fun following those guys around.
Southwest Conference days. That's when college baseball was a lot different back then.
That's right.
As far as ballparks go and everything. And I talked to a lot of those players from that era of playing college ball in the 80s. And they talk about how the ballparks, really Disch-Falk Field and Olson Field, were really the only ballparks that you would think that would be nice. It's a leadoff walk.
There's that clip again. The circus catch by the Puma.
You know, I asked him, how did you get the Big Puma, that name? And he said, well, originally my nickname was Fat Elvis.
That's right.
And he said, I didn't want to be called that, but people around the Houston area, talk shows and everything, they just called me Fat Elvis. And so it's a morning show team, and they gave him the nickname Big Puma because he wanted something else.
Yeah, right.
And it stuck.
Yeah, and Puma he was not. That's what made it so
yeah.
So fun.
Walker Mitchell, the hitter. Mitchell got a hit his first time up as see Thorndike over at first base. Now Berkman obviously was first baseman, but because there was a guy named Jeff Bagwell for the Astros who was playing first when he came up, he moved to the outfield. He's popped up. And Mitchell, unable to get the bunt down, is the first out in the inning.
And Kevin Schnall trying to play some small ball and get Thorndike in motion at first base, but Mitchell comes up empty on the pop-up on that butt attempt.
Estep coming up to the plate. Bryce Estep. Here's the catcher. He got a sac bunt down that eventually plated the first run.
Well, who won't be bunting here?
We're talking about old Astros, and last night I noticed that you and Brett Dolan were talking about there was a fan, a Texas Longhorn fan, behind home plate with a football helmet on.
Yeah, right.
Right next to a Tony Eusebio jersey. Want to know the count to Eastep. I was surprised seeing a Tony Eusebio jersey. A good ball player. He had a 24-game hitting streak at one time for the Astros. Now it's 2-0 to Eastep. Ole Miss, 2-run home run by Dom Decker. His 3rd home run in the last couple of days, giving the Rebels a 1-run lead. That was back in the 3rd inning. After Coastal Carolina got their first lead of this entire tournament, and they scored a run in the top half of the inning. Ole Miss took it right back.
Now Bryce Eastep stepping into some big shoes. You know, Chance Lou's catcher Caden Bodine last year, of course, a great leader in the club. Tremendous catcher. Was drafted in the 1st round last year, and Eastep providing some good leadership behind the plate this year for the Chants.
Thorndike going down to second base, and the catcher Foley out to talk to his pitcher Libbert.
A couple of walks this inning.
But Libbert looked really good in that 4th inning too. Remember, 9 pitches.
9-pitch inning, but this one is have to work out of some trouble now. He's up to 61 pitches. 3rd walk issued by Libbert.
Cruz Harlan, shortstop, number 9 hitter.
And Kevin Schnall, the head coach for Coastal Carolina, feels a lot of confidence about this club. You know, even with the record now at 6-4, lost a couple of games here, back-to-back days, and he says, you know, it's just a matter of time. They, of course, had to replace some key pieces like Alexander Morrison and Riley Eichhoff last year, and of course that superstar catcher we talked about, Caden Bodine. Got some good pieces in return and plugged some holes effectively. So of course they've reset the expectations for Coastal Carolina. You can imagine taking a club to the College World Series your first season as head coach, and you have raised the level.
Yeah, set the bar really high. Of course, he talking about Schnall, went to UCF for a little bit after being at Coastal Carolina. When he came back in 2016, that was the year that they won the national championship. His first year back as an assistant, and then of course he took over last year. Pitching coach out there to talk to Libbert and Foley.
Yeah, great crew over there in that dugout for the Chanticleers. Chad Oxendine, the recruiting coordinator, his 2nd year, former Coastal player, works with the catchers. Of course, we've talked about Matt Williams, the pitching coach, doing a tremendous job at spent some time at South Carolina Liberty. He was the ABCA Assistant Coach of the Year last season. And Matt Schilling, another former player, been at Coastal for 24 seasons. Works with the infielders and hitters. Great coaching crew with Kevin Schnall.
Ole Miss has some bullpen activity. Looks like that's J.P. Robertson up there.
Cruz Harlan trying to get this game tied up with one swing.
Bottom part of the zone, that's a strike.
Got some sneaky pop, but really good speed. Dan's feel for the strike zone is.
Look at that pitch again.
Yeah, that one catches the bottom of the strike zone according to Ryan Broussard, the home plate umpire.
Foley framing that, bringing it up just a little bit. That one, it misses. The bases are loaded due to 3 walks in this inning. Libbert walks the number 9 hitter with 1 out. Thorndike going to third, and he stepped to second with Harlan at first.
And man, how quickly the game changes. You know, 3 free passes off the left arm of Libbert. Came into this inning with a 65% strike rate.
You see J.P. Richardson out there. Robertson, beg your pardon. J.P. Robertson. Mijos down the right field line and into the seats.
And Mijos, a tough guy to double up, but Ole Miss has the middle infield back. First baseman is back. They're going to try to play for 2 traditionally if Mijos gives them the opportunity. Mijos would like to punch something in the outfield and get a couple of runs on the board.
0-2. Mijos, who had a base hit but was caught stealing last time up. That was that strike him out, throw him out double play that ended the third. Ended up ending the inning for Coastal Carolina after they took a brief 1-0 lead. Libbert would love to get a strikeout here. Chopper. This will get 1 home. Mijos gets the RBI ground out. Thorndike scores from third base. Tied at 2.
Yeah, good job by Mijos just to put the bat on the ball and put it in play. Gives his team a chance to tie it up after getting down in the count 0-2. And high chopper. There's not going to be a play for 2 for Randall. He fires it over to Furness for the out. That'll tie things up.
Strike. Runners at second and third.
That was an angry fastball at 95.
I'll say.
Yeah. That's when you get a little ticked off at yourself for allowing the 3 free passes and the tie ball game.
Mazan would like to get something here. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
And that high strike, that's a pitch you're seeing called more and more in the big leagues, but hasn't quite made it down to the college ranks. The pitch that's about belt high. And right at the catcher's mask.
Libbert missing there. And he's fallen behind 3-1. Now Libbert is thrown coming into the ball game in 2 appearances, 10 innings. And he's probably about that at that limit right now.
Yeah, he's at 76 pitches, so yeah, this could be it. If he walks Mazan.
I don't think that he thought that that was a strike.
I don't think he was expecting a nasty slider 3-1, but that's what he got.
The body language is getting back in there again. Big pitch here. Lines it to right. That's going to get in, and this will get a couple of runs home for Coastal Carolina. Bazan, 2-run single. That's big.
Yeah, big 2-strike, 2-out swing from Mazan, and you saw how quiet that swing was. Just kind of reached out and tapped that fastball that was tailing up and away from him, and drives into right field. Just a nice, quiet approach there with 2 strikes. Didn't try to do too much with it. Takes the 2 RBI double. That is going to be it for Will Libbert.
Mazan getting the 2-run single. And Pat, all 3 of the walks in this inning have scored for Coastal Carolina.
Reliant is the home of free electricity, so your home can be the home of epic bedtime stories. Beginning with the Flex Your Credits electricity plan, which gives you your 2 highest use days free every week automatically. And for a plot twist, you also get $200 in bill credits for even more savings. You could say we help put the happy and happily ever after. The Flex Your Credits electricity plan from Reliant, official energy provider of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
For one momentous month, Houston comes alive to showcase its best. Family, friends, old and new, gather in the heart of Texas to celebrate the spirit of the West. The stadium lights blaze every night, casting shadows on cowboys and cowgirls whose courage shines bright. Here, livestock aren't just animals. They're champions, companions, and a testament to a way of life. From legends who have graced the star-studded stage to the students who have a trail to blaze, more than 90 years of legacy, heritage, and grit are woven in. Rodeo Houston is a part of the fabric of our souls within. The melodies will echo forever in our hearts. To the memories made and the dreams yet to come, long live the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Welcome to the show.
Two-run double from Trace Mason, chasing starting pitcher Will Libbert. It now brings on J.P. Robertson for Ole Miss. Robertson inherits the runner at second base in this 5th inning.
Yeah, you see the stat line there for Robertson, and off to a great start this season. Robertson making his 3rd appearance, has 4 1/3 innings under his belt, 5 hits, has not given up an earned run. Walked only 2 and struck out 8. Opponent batting average .294. Robertson looking to keep this shot to clear lead at 2 as he takes over for Will Libbert.
Robertson against Pato. Playing at Pato. Oh, and 1. Big 2-out double there by Mazan.
Yeah.
0-2.
And the slider is the out pitch for Robertson. It's a nasty one. You see that kind of closed stance. He comes up with that lead leg, his left leg, and closes himself up towards third base. And just a really tough pitch to pick up off his hand. Hides it well, spins it. Get that tight spin rate.
Has his back turned to the hitter when he starts. That ball is down and away. Pato strikes out swinging, and that'll retire the side. 3 runs come across for Coastal Carolina in the top of the 5th inning.
I am the CMO and team physician for the Houston Dash. I'm also the team physician for Love Houston and then Fort Bend Christian Academy and HCU. Being sideline, I am usually one of the venue medical directors, so I am sitting there right in the center looking for any injuries, and if there is an injury, then I will be one of the first responders to take care of that.
Remember how great it was to report the news and share facts with the community?
We still can. Fact, the Harris County Toll Road Authority is focused on mobility for today and tomorrow.
Fact, toll road user dollars maintain the lanes and fund future roadway improvements.
Fact, Easy Tag users get a 10% discount on Harris County toll roads. We all benefit from Hectra.
Fact, we can all learn more at hectra.org and keep it moving with an Easy Tag.
From bobbleheads and jerseys to Hello Kitty, Care Bears, Star Wars night, there's an experience waiting for everyone. Check out the Astros promotional schedule and get your tickets now at astros.com/promotions. Gerald Sanchez along with Pat Combs from Dyken Park. Ole Miss, Coastal Carolina, bottom of the 5th. Rebels, for 9-hitter. Federico coming up to the plate. Interesting that when Coastal Carolina took the lead last time in the 3rd inning, it was Federico to lead off the bottom of the 3rd, in which eventually they ended up taking the lead. He got a base hit, then Decker hit the 2-run home run. So let's see what happens here.
The starter for Coastal Carolina, Scott Dorn, doing a nice job so far. And 4 innings pitched, has only given up the 4 hits to Ole Miss, a couple of runs. He's punched out 3, walked 1, and how about this for a strike to ball ratio? 60 pitches up to this point, 43 of those for strikes, 72%. That's what you love to see. Break that 70% barrier as a pitcher.
1-2. Now that he has the lead for the 2nd time today, let's see what Doran does. There was some activity in the bullpen earlier for Coastal Carolina. Pitch is foul, a little bit out in front on that swing, Federico.
Yeah, he is making the first start of the season. You know, he started in the bullpen for Coastal, but as we've talked about all weekend, Coastal, unfortunately, without the services of a couple of their starters. We wanted to see Cameron Fluke on the mound, and unfortunately he is battling some arm issues, has a tweak in his rib, and they're calling it a stress fracture. He may be out 7 to 8 weeks. And of course, Hayden Johnson, last year's just a key piece of that bullpen last season, has a stress reaction in his elbow. He's out.
I think everybody was looking forward to seeing Fluke.
Oh man,
this weekend.
He's a legit Friday night guy, and tough to be without him.
Probably a little bit different story against Texas on Friday night.
And then Dominic Carbone, a lefty out of the pen, he is out for the season. The UCL issue. So this is a Coastal team that they are known as that kind of grinded out, gritty type team, and they certainly showed that last year on the way to the College World Series.
1 away. As Decker is now coming up to the plate. This is what Decker did in his last at bat. This beautiful swing right here.
Yeah, how about his 3rd home run in 2 days? He's not hitting like a leadoff man. He's hitting like a 4-hole guy.
You know, the way that they would construct a lineup is changed. Sometimes you get guys that are big RBI guys and power guys at the top of the batting order.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily see guys that get on base a lot. Decker comes the second out of the inning. It's one of the analytics changes of the game of baseball.
I'm good.
Coaches obviously really tapping into analytics at the collegiate level now, more so than ever before. Some guys have an analytics guy on their staff. Utermark. Utermark 0 for 2 with 2 fly ball outs. 1 to center, 1 to right. And he holds up the swing according to Eric Gaucher, first base umpire. Well, for Scott Doran making his first start of the season, he has done an outstanding job, I think. Getting the ball, throwing strikes. And his movement on those pitches.
Yeah, flipping that slider up there, that's been a really devastating pitch for Ole Miss, trying to hit that slide ball, and great command of it today.
He only has 1 walk, and he struck out 3 Rebels. Can strike out 4 here. You betcha. That is the 3rd out of the inning. So he gets a swinging strikeout of Utermark. And if it's his last inning, he finishes strong, retiring the side in order.
It's back. Yep, baseball is back. And it's time to warm up with spring training on Space City Home Network. Time to get back in sync with all your favorite players and get to know the new guys too.
What's up, Sean?
Yep, see it all come together. Astros Spring Training is on Space City Home Network. Presented by Whataburger.
The excitement, the emotion, the passion, epic highlights, inspirational stories, unrivaled coverage. This is H-Town High School Sports with Todd Freed.
See it all right here on Space City Home Network.
Move along to inning number 6. Browns crew doing their thing. Ensure the field is smooth.
Great looking field.
Yeah, it is.
Roof is open. Yeah, it feels so good.
The grounds crew does a great job here at the ballpark.
They dialed up some perfect weather for us for this weekend.
I was going to mention that. We have done tournaments before where the roof has always been closed. We've done tournaments where the roof has been closed and it's been cold. There's a base hit. Barthel. The last couple of tournaments, the roof has been open and we've had outstanding weather.
Yeah, I love it when the roof is open and it just feels more like real baseball. And like Barthol with the leadoff single, and yeah, especially with this time of year in Houston, it's, man, you got to take advantage of these days.
Said from someone that grew up with indoor baseball on Kirby.
Oh man. The Astrodome.
Yep. Jordan Taylor was able to see many ball games from the Astrodome. They used to have college baseball that was played there. One attempt comes up empty on that. Taylor 0 for 2. Hard to believe Dyken Park is 26 years old.
That is hard to believe.
Opened in 2000. Remember when the Astros broke ground on it in 1997.
Brought the stadium to downtown Houston. There was so much back and forth with how it was going to get paid for, and politics got involved there, but glad they got it done. It has been a gem of a stadium here in the downtown area.
It's one of the nicest ballparks in the country.
It really kind of revitalized this part of town.
It did, and that was the purpose. After that, then several years later, they built the Toyota Center. They've done an outstanding job, and it's been home so many years of baseball here. Taylor taking a strike. There's also been a lot of memories created here. As magical postseason the last 9 years. You got to go back before that.
There's a high strike called on Jordan Taylor. We hadn't seen that pitch called. Taylor didn't like it, but back in the box with a full count.
And I'll say this is that the umpiring crew in these games, they've been consistent with the strike zone.
With elite speed.
You get him to hit the ball on the ground somewhere. It puts pressure on the defense automatically.
No doubt. And Coach Schnall says he is just a freak of an athlete. Talking about Jordan Taylor.
He's staying alive. Robertson.
Taylor reminds him a lot of Sebastian Alexander, which is high praise. He said Jordan may even be a step faster. Has some pop in his bat. Sees him definitely getting a chance at the next level as he continues to develop.
A lot of times these tournament games, these non-conference games, are opportunities for, as they works it for a walk. Good eye there from Jordan Taylor, but a lot of these non-conference games are for coaches to kind of figure out their lineup through conference play.
That is the purpose, yeah, primarily.
Because, you know, major leaguers get spring training before the games count. You don't get that in college baseball. I mean, because even the non-conference games, they still count the overall RPI and everything.
You hear that talked about a lot by head coaches at the collegiate level. You know, the players come back from Christmas vacation. You can't have any interaction with the players in December, so you hope that they went home and took care of business and kept their workouts going and doing the right things to get themselves prepared. Because you're exactly right, Gerald. It's so difficult when you get players back like the second week of January. You're playing games by that second weekend of February, so you've really got 4 weeks to prepare for the season. It's with the team intact, and so, you know, especially if you're a northern team, boy, even much tougher, because some of those teams don't get on the field until they actually start playing games.
A lot of the times they use, as this bunt is bunted, and ball is thrown away. This is going to get home 1 run for Coastal Carolina on the throwing error. Thorndike put the bunt down, and then it was just a bad throw from the catcher, Foley.
Yeah, a lot going on that play. Let's just start with the bunt. The bunt was executed perfectly by Colby Thorndike. And so well done that between the pitcher, Robertson, and his catcher, Austin Foley, and you saw third baseman Udemark coming in as well. There was just a little bit of, I think, slight miscommunication there. Foley finally surrounds the ball and tries to make a quick throw to first base. I think it's going to get out as a base hit for Thorndike. He would have beat it out anyway, but the error is going to advance both base runners and add a run to the scoreboard for Coastal.
So it'll be a sacrifice bunt and then an error on the catcher, Foley. So no hit.
Yeah, that makes sense if you don't think Thorndike was going to beat the throw, but I thought it was just a perfectly executed bunt. It was going to be a bunt single.
Well, Thorndike did what he was supposed to do, is get that bunt down and then put the pressure on the defense. Foley, if the way that he took the route to that ball from the catcher's position, he was coming across his body, and I think that that's what happened with the errant throw.
Yeah, Thorndike just killed the bunt in a perfect play. You know, typically you're trying to bunt that ball hard down the third baseline, make the third baseman field it.
This is going to get another run home. As Chanticleers add on to their lead.
And Walker Mitchell, who's been off to a slow start offensively for the Shots, and that time understands the situation at hand. He just had to put the ball in play up the middle as Ole Miss's defense was playing back. He said, I'll pick up the RBI and sacrifice the out. But adds to the tally on the scoreboard now. The Shots up by 4.
Once again, a walk from Ole Miss results in a run for Coastal Carolina. It's the 4th time that has happened. Look how many runs they have. That's the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, it usually is. It's amazing, the statistics, Gerald, when you think about, free passes that score. And the Baylor pitching coach, Sean Snedeker, keeps his book. He's got it's like a history book of all the games he's coached as a pitching coach. And he showed it to me last year, and going back even 15 years ago, he said the stats don't lie, the stats don't change. He said 82% of the time, a team that gives up the less free passes wins the ball game. That's pretty astounding, right?
Yeah.
4 to 5 times you're going to win if you just control the free passes.
Infield is in for Ole Miss. It's not like they've really hit the ball hard against Robertson this inning either.
It was a single to start the inning by Barthol, and that got the engine going.
I think the
walk in the air.
The key at bat there was Taylor.
Yeah, that was a really good at bat.
Foul territory. Step will have another swing.
Yeah, Jordan Taylor fought off a couple of tough pitches, really made Robertson work. And he earns the walk, and then that sack bunt from Thorndike that was thrown away. And now Ole Miss will draw the infield in with 2 strikes on E-step.
Right there, big strikeout. Step is saying something to the home plate umpire, Ryan Broussard, as he walks back to the third base dugout.
Yeah, he thought that ball was up, and we haven't seen that pitch called too many times today. Broussard rings up E-step on a high fastball delivery from Robertson. That's 2nd out. Now Ole Miss can move their infielders back.
0-1 to Harlan, number 9 hitter in the lineup. Coastal Carolina with 3 in the 5th. Now 2 here in the 6th. Scored 5 of their 6 runs the last couple of innings.
Slider there to Harlan for Robertson. See if he goes right back to that pitch. That's his out pitch.
Thorndike, the runner at 3rd. That's a big run, too, for Coastal Carolina if they can add on to yet another. But they cannot, because that is a swinging strikeout. And Robertson gets back-to-back strikeouts to end the top of the 6th. But Coastal Carolina with 2 runs on 1 hit and a costly error.
There's a fire here. A drive to learn more, to be more, to reach for more. Boldly, we innovate with research that makes an impact on our world. Boldly, we excel, turning challenges into triumphs. Boldly, we believe in ourselves and in each other. Coastal Carolina University. Boldly, we reach.
New Nissan? Not correct. Hey. You got to put it through its paces.
He can take it.
Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event featuring Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue, or get up to $1,750 total bonus cash on Sentra.
Scott Doran comes out for the bottom of the 6th for Coastal Carolina.
I think 2 things to think about with Doran. One is he's had a pretty good time of it so far. You know, he's only had that 1 stressful inning back in the 3rd. And he gave up the home run to Dom Decker. He gave up a single, couple singles that inning, but not a lot of high stress pitches. And we did talk about this is his first start of the season, but he had pitched in a couple of extended relief appearances. So the pitch count coming into the inning was 73.
So 75 now. And
yep.
Becerra is 1 for 2.
I think the other piece of that equation too, Gerald, is just the, you know, Kevin Schnall pointing out the pitching staff is thin. You know, if he could get 80, 90 pitches at a Doran today, that's a huge plus if he's got some gas left in the tank.
One of the keys to success for Doran has been those first pitch strikes and how economical he's been.
Yeah, he has been out in front of hitters consistently today, and that slider's been nasty.
This one's playable. Ethos making the play. Becerra flying out. There's Reuter. Scott Doran set the tone early with that first inning. How aggressive he was in the strike zone. He went right after them. He's pitched that way ever since. Made a mistake on the home run pitch to Dom Decker. Probably would like to have that pitch back. The location wasn't where he wanted it. But other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, that was definitely a mistake pitch. That was a slider that kind of hung out in the middle of the zone. And Decker's just swinging a hot bat right now. He's the guy that you certainly don't want to beat you, but that situation back in the 3rd, he got a hold of one.
Retired 9 in a row. he's got a count of 3-0. All the way. Reuter was taken. And he lays off. So the 9 in a row is broken up with the 1-out walk to Colin Reuter. His second walk today. And here's Furness. At the second baseman, Barthel, he stepped the catcher out to talk to Scott Doran.
Only the second walk given up, but that you start to get a little concerned. It might be some fatigue setting in. 82 pitches now into his outing. Back in the zone against Furness.
Before Friday, Ole Miss was undefeated. They were 9-0. The extra inning loss to Baylor. Winning yesterday, but trailing here by 4 in the bottom of the 6th. Fans remember back in 2022. Throw over to first base, and it's going to get in between the legs of Thorndike into right field. Throwing error by Estep.
Yeah, Estep had Reuter in between first and second, had him pegged. If he just makes a good throw there and tried to make a snap throw and gets under the glove of Thorndike at first base, but yeah, he definitely had Reuter hung up. It's not a well executed play, but right decision. Just got to complete the play.
He's got 2 strikes on Furness. This is going to be the second out of the inning, but advances the runner 90 feet. Well, Doran, for the most part, has seemed to have had all the answers against this very powerful Ole Miss lineup. There's Cannon Golden.
Well, he has just had great command. You know, he's really thrown the ball well, and all 3 pitches. That slider's been just sick today, and really kept the Ole Miss hitters off balance. Doing exactly what you want to do. You work ahead of hitters, force contact. He only has 4 strikeouts here as we are in the 6th inning. Allowed his defense to work behind him. Again, just not a lot of high-stress pitches.
Well, he's doing himself a huge favor by seemingly always getting ahead in the count.
That helps things tremendously.
And he's 1 pitch away from throwing up another goose egg against Ole Miss.
And you've seen the Ole Miss hitters, just a lot of swing and miss over the top of that slider. Shows how good that pitch is. Got some good downward tilt.
And he gets his 5th strikeout of the day. As Golden is caught with a bat on his shoulder, and Ole Miss strands a runner at third base.
Reliant is the home of free electricity, so your home can be the home of epic bedtime stories. Beginning with the Flex Your Credits electricity plan, which gives you your 2 highest use days free every week automatically. And for a plot twist, you also get $200 in bill credits for even more savings. You could say we help put the happy and happily ever after. The Flex Your Credits electricity plan from Reliant. official energy provider of the Houston Rockets.
Life doesn't fit in a box, and neither should your coverage. At Higginbotham, we listen first, because every home, every business, and every person is different. From insurance to HR to financial solutions, we help protect what matters most, your people, your livelihood, and what you're building for the future. That's what it means to put people first. Higginbotham, insurance, HR, and financial services. Inspired by you.
Every shot's lively, every shot means something. You know, really kind of got an energy that's different than a lot of the rest of the course.
There's so many people here, so it's a little bit more than a golf clap.
You're right on top of the action, and it's gotten pretty loud coming through already.
It's nice to see how the professionals play the same holes that we've played. Truly a great experience. It's easily the best hole on the course.
Dyken Park hosts Pool B play for the 2026 World Baseball Classic, presented by Capital One. USA, Mexico, Brazil, Italy, and Great Britain clash from March 6th to March 11th. Visit astros.com/WBC to get tickets now.
That's the old Caribbean dance music for Sunday morning.
Oh, yeah.
Get you in the mood.
I was going to say, that's going to be some really good baseball here on display here at Dyken Park.
No doubt. Looking forward to seeing those games. And, of course, the competition between countries doesn't get any better. Of course, we saw it with the U.S. hockey team gold medal this year. I mean, it's just, you know, all the pride that goes into watching your country perform at that level. A lot of fun. There'll be some sold-out parks here at sold-out nights for Dyken.
That was a good moment for our United States to get that gold.
Oh, man.
You know,
men and women, right? You know, sweeping the hockey gold medal, never been done in our country's history. Yeah, what a tremendous deal. Good time to be an American.
1-2 the count. Mijos, Dean Mijos. Got an RBI ground out his last time up. It's 1 for 3. Robertson gets the swing and miss. It'll be 1 away. With a strikeout for Ole Miss pitching. 9 strikeouts.
Yeah, Robertson with his 4th. Yep.
Ole Miss collected 20 strikeouts in the extra inning loss against Baylor Friday. There's not many times where the pitching staff strikes out 20 and loses a ball game.
Yeah. Don't remember the last time. That's a tough loss, but it was a back and forth game. Baylor and Ole Miss, really just a genuine classic.
Now, it was amazing how it was just back and forth. Mitch Thompson getting ejected on a review play. Normally don't see that either.
Yeah. Can't argue those review calls, but I think Mitch was wanting an explanation and didn't get the one he was looking for.
Doug Williams said, not today.
Yeah.
Outer half of the plate.
Maison didn't like that call.
Maison got a double and an RBI. His last at bat in the 3-run 5th inning. Lines this into center field and will dunk in. Base hit.
That's the second at bat in a row. Maison has just stayed back with 2 strikes and kept himself really quiet, just mainly using his arms. And not a ton of hip rotation and just a nice, easy, level swing. Again, barrels up a baseball with 2 strikes. Gets his second base hit back-to-back ABs.
You know, I don't think that was a bad pitch by Robertson on the outer half of the plate. That was just a better swing by Mazan. That's the 5th hit now for Coastal Carolina. Chanticleers trying to get their first win this weekend. It's Pato. We're close.
We had Mazan leading at first base. Looks like he's trying to pick a pitch to run on.
Pato's struck out a couple of times. He's 0 for 3.
Yeah, Pato came on strong to end the season last year. It took him a little while as he transferred from Longwood College and kind of get it going, but down the stretch last season, finished up with 8 homers. Looking to improve his plate discipline this season. Struck out 44 times last year, but he's a guy that Kevin Schnall said just continues to rise and improve. Thinks he could be a 15 home run guy for the Chants this year. Pretty good pitch there.
Pato. Seen a patient approach to the plate for Coastal Carolina today, as evidence of the 5 walks. Very high in the air. That's a tough play, and unable to make it is Federico. They're going to send the runner. Here's the throw. He's going to bank it, and going to third is Pato. Mazan scores. Pato gets to third. Another insurance run for Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, this ball was high up in the air by Blake and Pato, and you saw Federico go back and just kind of lost it. I think the sun may have come into play there. Just could not track that ball down. It does land on the warning track near that 409 sign and clanks up against the wall. That is the run scored for Mazan as he comes around from first base. And Pato will scoot over to third on that throw home. The ball got away from catcher Austin Foley and turned into a bit of a circus play.
So a double and then an E6. And that's going to bring out a new pitcher for Ole Miss, and we'll have it in the rest of the top of the 7th in just a moment.
Space City Home Network and Academy Sports and Outdoors are proud to celebrate Black History Month. Moses once said, "You ain't done it till you've done it at Fondy." Because the truth is, if you've truly made a name for yourself in the echoes of Houston basketball, chances are, at some point, you did it here at Fondy.
Imagine you are her, or him. Like everyone, a sprain, tear, or nagging ache can set you back. Until your expert orthopedic team at Houston Methodist uses advanced technology to personalize a treatment plan that's minimally invasive, heals your pain, and gets you back to life on your terms. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
I feel when I went to work, I wasn't sick, Keith. I was just Keith.
Nobody's purpose in life is to be a cancer patient. Many of those patients want to continue to work to maintain that sense of normalcy and empowerment.
It's something that every individual has to decide for themselves.
Work was a way that I could still feel like myself.
Getting out of bed, given a fighting chance, is all we got.
We can make work a better place for healing.
Mike Bianco is going with the left-hander, sophomore Walker Hooks out of the bullpen for Ole Miss.
Yeah, Hooks making his 3rd appearance of the season. You see the numbers on the screen. Only 3 2/3 innings so far. Giving up a couple of hits, 3 earned runs. He's walked 2, struck out 5.
Hooks last year in 22 games had a couple of starts for Ole Miss.
Yeah, opponent's only hitting 154 against him, but the 2 walks have hurt. That's 7.36 earned run average.
So the infield is in with 1 out. Pato at 3rd, the runner for Coastal Carolina. Barthol, the hitter. Lefty on lefty matchup.
Yeah, the fastball from Hooks is going to be in the upper 80s. He'll touch 90. Here's the slider. Is going to come in the low 80s. And a changeup. That's what you'll see from Hooks.
One and one. Barthol 1 for 3 with that hit last inning. Into right field. This is going to be deep enough to get the run home as Pato comes home from 3rd base. And it adds on another run for Chanticleers.
Yeah, just a nice piece of hitting from Barthol. Got the slider down, breaking away from him, and able to get the barrel to it. Deep enough out in right field. Nothing Cannon Golden could do to try to get that ball back in quick enough. Pato with some good speed coming in from 3rd base, and the Chanticleers an 8-2 lead now against the Rebels.
Well, they were looking for their first win this weekend, and they certainly are on path to get that. Up by 6. Of course, a lot of baseball left to be played. The way that Coastal Carolina is really playing aggressive, you can just feel all the energy and momentum at 3rd base dugout.
And they got the offense going yesterday. Scored the 10 runs against UTSA, even though they lose that game 16-10, but offense showed some signs of life, and today they continue to add to those totals. 6 hits on the board. They had 12 yesterday.
It's a swing and miss. A couple of strikeouts in the inning for Ole Miss pitching, but 2 runs for Coastal Carolina. And the fans having their stretch here at Dyken Park. Hopefully you're stretching at home wherever you are watching us.
Kids, want to be a part of something big? Join the Astros Buddies Club, presented by HEB, the official kids club of the Houston Astros. Members 12 and under get 4 tickets to select Astros games, plus awesome gear, a drawstring bag, a widget hat, socks, shoe charms, and a cool lanyard. You'll also have chances to be a part of exclusive experiences like autograph sessions, clinics, parades, and more. All this for just $45. Sign up at astros.com/buddies and become part of the team today.
Hey, H-Town, I've been waiting for it, you've been waiting for it, and now it's here.
They finally climbed that hill!
Catch your Rockets and Astros games for just $19.99 per month, or sign up all year for $199.99. That's $40 in savings.
Forget about it!
No cable, no satellite, no contracts. Just download the app and watch your teams.
Stream your teams direct with Space City Home Network Plus. Download today at SCHNplus.com.
Hello, everyone. Your favorite pro, Jason Alexander, here at Lighting It Up on the Pro Show, where we're getting to hang with our favorite sporting celebrities. We've got stories with the Rocket, Roger Clemens, golf tips with Patrick Reed. We'll hit a couple of shots out of studio, hear our favorite celebrities' top 3, and don't forget about KOB, Coach Classics, Miss Dion, and get ready to be inspired with Austin and Friends. Plenty of Figure Fives on the way. So check your local listings right here on the Space City Home Network, and we'll see y'all on the first tee.
Back here at Dyken Park with Coastal Carolina with the lead as they have continued to add on. Gerald Sanchez along with former big leaguer Pat Combs. And, you know, Coastal Carolina, they've been very aggressive here today.
Yeah, they're coming out swinging the bats well and taking advantage of some inconsistent pitching from Ole Miss. Number of walks, free passes, they've taken advantage of it. Coastal Carolina has built this lead up 8-2 now as they have become the team to beat today.
And Coastal Carolina is going to the bullpen. They're going to go with Darren Horn, the right-hander. So Horn taking over for Scott Doran, who I thought did an outstanding job.
Yeah, had a great day, a great outing, his first start of the season for the Shots. You know, finishes 6 innings, only gives up the 4 hits, couple of runs. Strikes out 5, walks 2, but outstanding day as he threw 90 pitches, 61 of those for strikes. Exactly what Kevin Schnall and the Chanticleers needed today from their starter.
There's Austin Foley, catcher. Foley today 0 for 2. It's 7, 8, and 9 due up against Darren Horn.
Yeah, Horn making his 4th appearance this season, has a couple of wins already. .82 earned run average. He has thrown 11 innings, only given up 3 hits and 1 earned run. He has struck out 13 and not walked a hitter.
Popped up on the infield. It's going to be 1 away. Foley pops up. Randall. New shortstop for Coastal Carolina, taking over for Cruz Harlan, is Ty Barango. Over the mound. Not an easy play, but Barthel made it look easy.
Yeah, well done. He had to come in hard, that high chopper, and got the short hop. Made a clean pickup and a quick snap throw over to Thorndike to get Randall. Randall with some good wheels out of the box, and just a nice clean play from Barthel.
2 outs as Horn on relief has retired the first 2 he has seen.
Well, Horn, you can see you got that kind of whippy low 3/4 arm action, and he's got a really elite feel for the spin, and goes that sweeping slider. That's a short cutter that's upper 80s. Really high spin rate on those balls.
Unable to make the play was Taylor, and getting into second with the blue double is Federico, his second hit.
That was going to be a tough play for Jordan Taylor. He was pulled over towards the corner of the Crawford boxes and had to go a long way to get to it. That ball kind of hung up there a bit.
So a blue double. Puts Federico at second with 2 outs. Now Decker. Decker's home run in the 3rd inning gave Ole Miss a 1-run lead. And that's all. That's all they've scored today.
Matt Williams, pitching coach for the Shots, says Horn has taken just a big step. Really throwing much higher rate of strikes this season. That was an issue last year for him.
it's 2-0. I beg your pardon, 3-0 to the hitter, Decker. Taking all the way.
Let's get some good whippy arm action from Horn.
Now he's come back. See what you mean by whippy arm action.
Just kind of gets that ball behind him and then low three-quarter slot.
Yeah, I was about to say
whips it towards the plate.
The three-quarter slot.
That's what creates a high spin. They definitely want to go after Decker here, even though Decker's swinging the hot bat. You got the 8-2 lead. Got to force contact here with Decker.
Instead, Decker gets on courtesy of a walk, and it extends the inning.
Yeah, the shots just let Federico just walk to third base as well. They weren't even attempting to hold him on. He takes the extra bag. That comes into play on a wild pitch or pass ball.
Credit Federico with the steal. Here's Udemark. Bottom of the 7th.
The shots have shifted their infield over to the left side with Udemark at the plate.
3 infielders left side. Obviously, you can't do that at the professional level. And he's one pitch away from getting out of the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, a couple of good sinkers down and in to Udemark. That sets up the sweeping slider or the breaking pitch here.
1-2. That's enough of it to stay alive.
I pulled the string. Tried the changeup that time.
That was a good location, too, for Darren Horn. Keeping that ball down. Udemark struck out last time up. Mentioned Udemark, one of the 3 players for Ole Miss to have multi-home run games so far in the early part of the season. Strikes out swinging here. Darren Horn challenged Judd Udemark, and Udemark comes up empty on the cut.
Texas Mattress Makers, we believe that quality sleep shouldn't come at a high price. That's why we cut out the middleman, bringing you the highest quality mattresses at factory direct prices. Let us make one for you.
Save 25% on top-selling mattresses plus queen mattresses starting at $5.99. You heard right. Save 25% on top-selling mattresses plus queen mattresses starting at $5.99.
We've made mattresses for over 3 million people, and we can't wait to make yours.
Let me run the numbers one more time.
Hey, you trying to win at calculus or enjoy the game? With Prize Picks, pick more or less on a few players. Download the app and get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 liners.
With the new IHOP value menu, all your breakfast faves, like pancakes, eggs, and bacon, are just $6 every day. Cheesy scrambles, French toast, and omelets with pancakes, all $6 each. The new value menu, every day at IHOP.
Gerald Sanchez and Pat Combs, welcome back to Daikin Park in Houston. Moving along to inning number 8. Chanticleers up by 6. It'll be Thorndike will lead off for Coastal Carolina. Thorndike was involved with that sacrifice bunt in the 6th. Laid down a perfect sacrifice bunt, but then a throwing error by the catcher and resulted in more runs. Thorndike. Walker Hooks came on relief in the 7th. Now he's pitching in the 8th.
Years ago, when the Chanticleers made it to their first ever World Series, the one that they won in 2016, they beat Arizona. I remember sitting there watching the game with a couple of my sons, and my youngest said, "Dad, who names their team the Chandeliers?" I said, "No, Case, it's not the Chandeliers. It'll be the Chanticleers." He says, "What is that?"
And unable to make the play out in right is Golden. Thorndike is going to be at second base with a double. Powerful right there.
Yeah, that was a bolt off the bat of Thorndike, and his first hit of the game, and ball almost get out of here. Golden had a shot at catching it, but it sneaks over his glove as he bangs into the right field wall, and Thorndike with the leadoff double.
Chanticleers is definitely one of the most unique nicknames in all of sports, you know. It's Walker Mitchell coming up to the plate against Walker Hooks. Walker versus Walker. Bunt. We've seen this a couple of times. And not in time. Foley's throw was one hopped, and safe is Mitchell.
Yeah, another outstanding bunt, and this is what the Chanticleers do. This is their game. You know, bunts, putting runners in motion. They are extremely athletic. Again, Foley had trouble with that throw to first base. That bunt from Mitchell, and it looked like Furness had it in his glove for a moment, but it popped out of his glove just briefly. The umpires are gathering together. Looks like it could be a review. And they are going to go.
And that's what they want to do, is review
look at
the call.
Yep. I think it's the right call. I saw that ball pop out of Furness's glove at first, and get another low throw from Foley.
Get a chance to look at that again. There's the ball.
And so that one I do agree. If it stands, it's going to go down as a sac bunt with the E2 on the throw. That could be Foley's second error of the game if this call stands. So the call on the field was ruled safe. Eric Gaucher at first base called it safe. I don't know if he saw the bobble or where he was positioned behind the first baseman. It was kind of hard for him to see that, but we definitely saw it in the booth.
The inning started off with Thorndike getting a double over the right fielder Golden's head, and then Walker Mitchell putting that bunt down. Either way, you've got a runner at third and less than 2 outs. Question is do you have 1 out, or do you have no outs?
Yeah, I clearly saw the bobble,
as Pat said,
but yeah,
first
have the
base
video.
Umpire Eric Gaucher said safe is the call, so you have to have enough evidence to overturn that call. And that's the question. Do they have enough evidence right there?
Yeah, you can see Furness, like, with that right hand, that ball was kind of clunking around with his glove and did not pick it clean. And if you pick it clean, you just show the umpire the glove, the ball in the glove. Your throwing hand has the ball. That indicates that there was a bobble there.
Well, here comes the ruling. Safe.
So Ole Miss will lose a challenge. They have one left, and the Shots have one left.
So the sacrifice bunt for Mitchell, and then the error on Foley, E2. Foley's second error today.
Chance for the Shots to bust this thing wide open.
He stepped the catcher.
And no outs in the inning. Good speed at first base in Mitchell, as well as at third, Thorndike.
He stepped. Had a sacrifice bunt. Coastal Carolina, they're doing the little things today. They're pitching well, throwing strikes. They're putting the ball in play.
Yeah, for a team that is just trying to survive this storm of injuries, they are thriving right now against Ole Miss.
Against a really good ball club too, Ole Miss.
SEC club that came in with one loss.
Coming into the tournament, no losses, losing on Friday. Hooks has a good move over to first base. Very confusing for the base runner.
Yeah, you asked Kevin Schnall, how do you make it through when you have, four key players injured? He said, hey, the team pulls together. We've got great team leadership. Dean Mijos, who brings a veteran presence, really matured. Blake Barthol's our cornerstone leader on the middle infield, and our pitching staff, of course, Cam Fluke is out. Hayden Johnson's out, but he said, those guys still provide leadership in the clubhouse. That's what keeps the team steady through this turbulence.
Injuries are a part of the game. It's going to happen. And when you build a program, it's the depth that you build that can sustain those injuries. Because I don't think it ever happens where you've got guys that can play all season without nicks and bruises. It's a swinging strikeout here. That's a big strikeout as Hooks gets E-step, one away.
A good pitch from Hooks that time, and took something off of it. E-step swings over the top for the first out of the inning.
Now it's Barango coming up to the plate. Barango is first at bat, and he puts this down. This is going to get a run home. A sacrifice brings home Thorndike from third base. It's 9-2, Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, this is their small ball game. They score runs. They don't sometimes have to score them in bunches, but Kevin Schnall just looking to add on to that lead and create more separation. Well executed off that sack bunt from Barango, and that's the 9th run on the board today for Coastal Carolina.
Now it's Mijos, top of the order.
Also puts Mitchell in scoring position.
See the runner at second base, Mitchell. Mijos 1 for 4. Mijos was involved in that strike him out, throw him out double play that ended the third. Gave Coastal Carolina a brief 1-0 lead before Ole Miss took the lead in the bottom of the third. Utermark. Out number 3 is Mijos is retired. They tack on another run, 1 hit, another error, and it's Coastal Carolina by 7.
Hotty Toddy is our cheer, but what does it mean? It's hey, nice to meet you, or good to see you, old friend. We say it to celebrate, to congratulate, and yeah, to brag a little. Hotty Toddy is your first day on campus. It's fall Saturdays under old oaks and spring Friday nights under showers of fireworks. It's opportunity, growth, knowledge. It's discovering who you're meant to be in a place that will always be home, no matter how far you go. Hotty Toddy, y'all.
2026 is already heating up, and we're giving you the ultimate head start. Get guaranteed access to the 2026 World Baseball Classic. Secure the best seat locations in Daikin Park. Enjoy 45% savings over single-game ticket prices. Plus, receive significant savings with your exclusive team store discount. And don't forget about your exclusive invite to season ticket holder experiences and events. Visit astros.com/season tickets for more information.
Built to tough it out and to take it easy. Built to carry tradition and to make new ones. The 2026 Toyota Tundra. Built in Texas, driven everywhere.
Right now, qualified lessees can lease a rugged new 2026 Tundra SR5 for $519 a month for 36 months. Offer ends March 2nd.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Beautiful day, Daikin Park. Ole Miss coming up to bat in the bottom of the 8th inning, looking to get something going, trailing by 7, 9-2. Number 3 hitter in the lineup, Tristan Becerra. Against the reliever, Darren Horn.
Darren Horn on it for his second inning of relief. Now he'd be looked to close this game out. He is definitely one of the pillars. You look at the 3-headed monster of closers that Kevin Schnall had at the beginning of the year. Unfortunately lost Dominic Carbone. He is out all season. Then Ryan Lynch, considered to be their true closer, injured his lat. He is out a couple of weeks. So Horn is he is the man of the hour for the shots at the moment, trying to get this game closed.
Becerra getting a hit to start things off in the bottom of the 8th inning. Just got that off the end of the bat. But right now, Ole Miss, they just want base runners.
Need a bunch of them.
No such thing as a 7-run home run.
Yeah, need a bunch of base runners. Well, this lineup is fully capable. We've seen some tremendous offensive outbursts already early this season.
Colin Reuter, comebacker. This could be 2. It is.
Wow, what a play by Barthol.
That is a double play, and pitcher's best friend or a rally killer, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, that was a spin and throw from Horn. Made a nice spin, but yeah, spikes that ball at second base. Barthol had to pick it, keep his foot on the bag, and flip it over to first base. And That was outstanding job by the shot second baseman.
Now Will Furnace. Furnace behind in the count. Furnace has had an 0 for 3 day. Struck out looking in the third. Scott Doran went the first 6 innings. Now it's 0-2. 2 quick outs. Ole Miss in the bottom of the 8th. And Darren Horn makes quick work of the Ole Miss Rebels in the bottom of the 8th. Leadoff singles erased on a double play, and Horn faces the minimum.
It's back. Yep, baseball is back, and it's time to warm up with spring training on Space City Home Network.
Swing and a miss.
Time to get back in sync with all your favorite players and get to know the new guys too.
What's up, Sean?
Yep, see it all come together. Astros Spring Training is on Space City Home Network. Presented by Whataburger.
The excitement, the emotion, the passion, epic highlights, inspirational stories, unrivaled coverage. This is H-Town High School Sports with Todd Freed.
See it all right here on Space City Home Network.
Join the official kids club of the Houston Astros and sign up for the Astros Buddies Club presented by H-E-B today. Buddies Club members receive a drawstring bag, widget hat, widget charms, socks, lanyard, or tickets to an Astros game. Visit astros.com/buddies to sign up today. You know, I remember you were an Astros buddy. You were telling me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. J.R. Richard. He was a big man, very large.
Was that your favorite player growing up?
Well,
JR,
then Nolan when he came. It was probably my biggest baseball hero was Nolan Ryan, but I certainly loved J.R. Richard. Wish he would have had a longer career.
Now you, by the time that you got to the big leagues, Nolan was already in the American League, right?
Yes. Yeah, he was with the Rangers.
So you never got to face him.
Thankfully. Yep. Dueled Mike Scott here, beat Scotty one night.
That's not easy to do. As you see the retired numbers there. Mike Scott. Boy, he had a nasty split finger fastball.
Yeah, he did. Not so sure they were all legal when he threw them, but pretty nasty. We pitched against him here in Houston, then we had him back in Philly. Of course, you know, when the balls are thrown out of the game, you know, the umpire throws them into the home dugout, and we had a bucket that we, you know, used to collect the old balls, and you know, there's about 30 of them in there by about the 4th inning, and we start noticing the scuff on the same side of the ball underneath the label. We're like, okay, wait a minute.
You know, he never was caught.
Yeah, he wasn't the one doing it.
He was, yeah, well.
You want to know the inside story on that?
Is that a guy at second base?
That was his third baseman.
His third baseman, okay. Because I heard sometimes it was Billy D that was over at second base, taking care of some of the baseballs.
Yep, that was That was his third baseman, yeah.
Walling and Garner back then. Phil Garner.
Oh, wasn't it?
It was Denny Walling and Phil Garner were the third baseman back then.
Yeah, I think when he started, but then it was Caminetti. Yeah, Ken Caminetti. Yep. We could never prove it up, but you'd see the Astros throw the ball around the horn, and Caminetti would just, I think he was the one. We never could prove it, but yeah, unfortunately not here to defend himself, so we'll just leave it at that. Mike Scott threw some really nasty split fingers.
Yeah, he did. He certainly did.
Play with the aerodynamics of the baseball.
Always remember the video of Gary Carter looking back at Doug Harvey saying, what was that? Yeah. Lining it down the right field line.
That's when you want to hand the bat to the umpire and say, here, you try. There's no way I'm making contact.
There's a great George Foster story one time. Is dealing with Nolan Ryan, and he wanted umpire to check the ball with Nolan because he thought Nolan was doctoring the baseball. And after a couple of strikes, Nolan walking around the mound with that that Texas drawl and everything. He gets up there, an 0-2 count. George Foster, that ball buzzes him right inside and knocks Foster back down. And he comes up to George Foster and says, "You wanted to check that ball?"
Check that one too. Yeah. Buzz the tower. Love it. That's a good Nolan story.
That red helmet went flying back.
Oh yeah.
Foster landed on his butt in the batter's box. He came up halfway between the mound and home plate and got that ball from Ashby and just said, "You wanted to check that ball?"
Classic.
2 outs with Barthel. Walker hooks. He is the third pitcher, Mike Bianco, and the Ole Miss Rebels. Libbert got the start. He's the pitcher of record. That's in there for strike 3. And that does it in the top of the 9th for Coastal Carolina. Last call for Ole Miss coming up.
There's a feeling all over the park. John, I can't get Jurassic Park back online without...
Whoa, this place is awesome. By the way, you should have plugged this in.
Well, this is going to be a lovely weekend.
If you like pina colada.
I'll take it. My arms are longer. Do the roar again.
A whole new species of Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years.
Vacationing is an art, and the Palm Beaches are your canvas. Stroll along sun-soaked beaches, unwind at boutique resorts, explore hidden and not so hidden gems. Here you'll discover a lifestyle that's nothing short of a masterpiece. Curate your perfect collection of experiences in the Palm Beaches.
Well, it's the bottom of the 9th as we're here at the Bruce Bolt College Classic in Houston. And it's the Chanticleers comfortably ahead, 9-2. Darren Horn going to finish this off, or trying to finish it off. Cannon Golden. Luke Romine will pinch hit for Cannon Golden. Goes after the first pitch. It's going to be easy. Ethos out there in center.
He is sit the bench for 8 innings, you get your name called the 9th, and you get to see 1 pitch.
Mijos. A pinch hitter. Kelvin Pereira.
Yep.
No charge for the stereo. Pereira. Freshman. Batting for the catcher, Austin Foley.
Mike Bianco said he's the catcher of our future. Strong defensively and capable depth there behind starter Foley, but falling behind 1-2.
And it's now 2 outs.
An outstanding job by Darren Horn. Came in back in the 7th.
Owen Haino is the hitter.
Gave up the double to Federico. Was able to work out of the inning. Gave a leadoff single to Bissetta last inning and got the double play off the bat of Reuter, and then he has pitched clean baseball. 3 strikeouts. 2 2/3 innings, looking to close this one out.
Pano. Inside. By the way, congratulations to Jim Schlossnagle getting his 1,000th career victory, Division I.
Big night last night for the Horns, taking down Baylor, and Schloss getting that big 1K wins.
Yeah, it's special.
Only 7 active coaches in Division I baseball that have done that currently, and puts his name in the record book.
This should do it. Taylor makes the play, and that's the ball game as Coastal Carolina wraps up their Bruce Bolt College Classic debut here in Houston with a win.
Yeah, great win for the Chanticleers, and they'll leave not empty-handed. And tremendous job on the mound by Dorn and Horn. Just well played all the way around. Their offense continued to do what they did yesterday, added some runs to the board and take down Ole Miss. So Ole Miss will exit this tournament 1-2, as will the Chants.
Well, Pat, it's been a pleasure, as always, working with you and for all the great production crew. I'm Gerald Sanchez saying thanks for tuning in. Final score is Coastal Carolina 9, Ole Miss 2. Stay tuned, because coming up next will be Texas and Ohio State here from Houston.